Well, I came out here hunting this morning. I was sitting in that climbing stand right there. Really was kind of an uneventful morning. I seen a coon early, and I really wasn't seeing much. And it done got up about 8 o'clock. And I got a big trail that comes through this thicket right here and crossing this saddle, and we got a big trail that comes up on the side of this ridge, and that comes out of this big bottom. Well, I was sitting there and I thought I heard some movement, and I was looking down in this thicket and I seen a deer coming. So it looked like a pretty big deer. So I got my bow and got ready, and as it was coming through the thicket, I noticed it was a buck. And then as it kept coming, I noticed that it was a good buck. So he came out about 40 yards and was facing me, and I was afraid he was gonna bust me because he kept kind of looking around. So I waited and waited. It seemed like forever, but he finally turned and started easing up through here and was coming down the trail at 35 yards. So I was waiting. I was messing with my sight, trying to get my pin set up, and he come by down the trail in the opening. So I drawed, and when I drawed, he stopped, and then he started walking again. So I stopped him and I smoked him, raising the cage. But it's been about an hour, 45 minutes, 2 hours since I shot him. So we're gonna ease down here. I found some blood where he was standing, but I ain't find my arrow. And when he run off, I could tell that I look like I got to pass through. So we're gonna ease down here and see if we can pick up the trail. I heard him run about 40, 50 yards back down into this thicket and this bottom. I said, but I never did hear him crash or nothing. So we're gonna get down here and see what we can find.
So you think he went up this path here?
I think so. There's blood all up down through here. Looks like I opened him up pretty good. I thought when I shot him, it looked like I hit him right behind the shoulder, so he ought to not be very far. Yeah, there's blood all up down through here. Yeah, look right here. Yeah, there's blood up. Right all over here. He came walking right up through here. There's some blood on that log. And he was standing right here. And my tree stand's right there. He ain't 40 yards, and he turned and come walked up his trail.
It's a pretty easy trail to follow.
Yeah, look, there's blood everywhere. He can't be far. There ain't no way it's deer.
All over these leaves too.
Yeah, I mean, look, you can look down through there. It's everywhere up down through there.
There's your arrow.
Where?
Right there's your arrow. Right here.
Oh, yeah, see it, man. Look, my blaze broke off in him. I tell you what, old Dead on Pursuit ain't never looked so good. Look how red that is.
Where'd you say that?
You can see that he's running this heavy run trail down through here. I believe that's where he come up from. That deer's run a lot farther than I thought. I thought I heard him stop. He must have come up here and stopped and then started walking off, but he's went farther than I thought he would. Tell you what.
I think it's bleeding heavier on the right side.
That's where it went in at. But I hope he don't make it too far. That big swamp ball's down here is full of water. You see right here, he's bleeding out both sides. Right here, I bet you is where I heard him stop. See all this blood right here? Looks like he stopped for a second. Yeah, right there too.
Oh, there's a big pile over there.
He can't be far.
No,
He ain't far now. He's bleeding on both sides. Well, it looks like he turned. I see him right there. Right there he is. You see his rack from here. Oh yeah, baby. big one. Oh, he's bigger than I thought.
He's nice.
That's the biggest deer I ever killed. He's bigger than I thought. He bedded up right here. Look at that.
Turn his head side to side a little bit.
Tell you what, that right there's a good buck for
Yeah,
Tennessee.
That's a nice buck.
Nice buck. Son, look where I got. Look where I hit him. Look where I shot him. They don't get much better than that. I came out here this morning, sat in this stand overlooking this thicket, and it's October the 2nd, and we've had some pretty cool weather for early in the year. I knew there was a pretty good buck, some running around in this bottom. I killed a big buck here last year in the same stand, but after season last year, we seen some big rubs down here in this bottom, and there was a trail running up through there that had a pretty good rub line on it. So I was sitting here about 8 o'clock. I heard something coming up through this bottom, coming towards me through the thicket. I looked up and I could tell it was a deer. Then as he come closer, I seen that he was a buck, and a pretty good buck. So I waited and waited, and he finally come down the trail and gave me a 35-yard shot, and I drilled him just about perfect. And here he laid, and I shot this deer with my bow, and it's the biggest deer I've ever killed. For Tennessee, this right here is a pretty good buck. Pretty nice one. I think he's about a 3.5-year-old buck. He's got some pretty good man. He's still got a little velvet hair on the back side of his horns. He got some pretty good mass to be a Tennessee buck. He's got some good tine length right there. That's probably almost a 12 inches there. Probably maybe a little more.
Real good buck. Perfect shot.
Perfect shot. 35 yards. You can't hit them much better than that right there. Tell you what, that old Rage opened him up. We had a blood trail. Like somebody's walked down through here with a gallon of milk, just dumping it out. Blood everywhere, all over trees. But
Now to give some perspective of how big this deer is, talk about how big you are.
Well, I weigh about 280 pounds.
So that's a really big deer.
This is a big deer for Tennessee. The deer I killed down here last year weighed 180. Now this one, I'd say he probably weighed about $150. But this is a big deer. I could tell he was a pretty big deer when I seen him coming through the thicket, but man. I tell you what, after I shot that deer, I was so nervous in the tree. My old tree, I looked up and the tree was just doing this right here. I was shaking so bad. I can't believe he couldn't see me up there. The tree was shaking so bad. But now's the hard part. We can't get the four-wheeler down in here, and we're gonna have to drag him out. And he ran about 150 yards. But we're gonna see if we can get him out of here, and we're gonna tell you what, it's hard to kill a buck like this in Tennessee with a gun, much less a bow. I'm lucky. I'm blessed. I'm real blessed. Pretty good buck. He still got velvet on his back sides.
Well, that's a good deal. Did you see any places where he's been rubbing?
I seen a bunch of places where blood all over a tree. This thing's play like a hog.
That's a good deer. It is. Pretty. Long. I hope you're getting him mounted.
I know you made a good hit on him.
Yeah.
Told you I tore him up. He was up 35.
Alright, go ahead.
Well, I came in here this morning. Today's the 2nd of November. No, I mean 2nd of October, I believe. Well, I came out here and sat in this stand this morning, overlooking this big thicket. It's October the 7th. I mean, the 2nd.
Let's start all over.
Go.